All right, good morning. I'm going to talk a little bit about my process behind doing a audit on a business of my choice. The business I chose to audit was one called it's called Pro Wake Water Sports. I'm semi familiar with what they do because my dad and I go to a lot of their business events and business gatherings when they're kind of they usually do like a yearly like Christmas thing at their store, kind of showcasing the new boats that they have in stock, as well as like live music and food and stuff like that. And I was looking at their social media account, and I thought that they would be a good candidate for this project we're working on. So I guess my route that I took to audit their social media was, first I looked at their most popular account. And then I use that as a basis to compare all the other ones in terms of like or for consistent information. So for example, like their Instagram was their most popular account, and I used all the information that I saw within their bio and compared that to their social media that they had on TikTok as well as Facebook. And so I did that, and I was I compared all of those, and I wanted to use the most popular account really because I think that is where they would spend most of their time, or trying to kind of put all the important information into that account. And then one of the other things I did is that I looked at similar accounts on the same social media platform. So like for example, they have Pro Wake Water Sports, which is their main brand. They sell Moomba and Supra wakeboard boats, and then they have one called Pro Wake Mastercraft, which is really the location that I am most familiar with because they are very close to where I live, and so that's how I kind of stumbled across this whole situation here. And really, the conclusion I came to was that they needed to combine all of their they needed to combine their Pro Wake Mastercraft and their Pro Wake Water Sports account into one on Instagram, to really get the best of both worlds. Because I'm going to be kind of brief here, but Pro Wake Mastercraft, they were posting a lot of pictures that had to do with a lot of their new inventory and the specs of the new boats they're getting out. Whereas Pro Wake Water Sports, they were posting a lot of like entertaining videos of like the boats on the water, and of professional wake and surfboarders, or wake surfers kind of surfing behind the boat and really showcasing like the skills and stuff like that. I thought it'd be very beneficial for them to merge together and kind of show people, yes, we do sell these boats, and yes, these are the boats we sell, these are their specs and stuff like that, and also here are those same exact boats out on the water, with some fantastic surfers behind them. And then going into their competitors, I looked at another local one called N3 Boatworks. They sell a lot of Nautique, Centurion, and Supreme boats. And then I also looked at one called Pinecrest Marine. Again, I'm familiar with both N3 and Pinecrest. And so I kind of did the same thing for both their competitors. I looked at their account consistency between all the information that they had on Instagram as well as their other accounts. The N3 and Pinecrest were the only accounts that didn't have that didn't have a TikTok like Pro Wake did. So really, it kind of worked out in all three cases. All of the N3s and Pinecrest's Instagram were the most popular. I used those as a base to compare it to their Facebook in terms of consistent information. And then I also looked at the kind of posts that N3 and Pinecrest made in comparison to Pro Wake. So like I was talking about before, how I gave the suggestion to merge Pro Wake Mastercraft and Pro Wake Water Sports together into one account to kind of provide the best of both worlds in terms of posts there. I did the same thing for N3 and Pinecrest. What I found for N3 is that they're more on the entertainment side of things, kind of the same thing that they were doing with Pro Wake Water Sports, kind of showing you what these boats can do with professional surfers behind them, and giving just a little glimpse of what kind of boats they sell. And then Pinecrest, I saw really only exclusively posted the new boats they're getting in, and they really lacked the entertainment or or marketing side of things to really get people to be like, wow, look at all these boats and look at what they can do. And so you'll see all of this in my paper that I wrote about all these companies, and definitely it'll go into a little bit more detail than what I just described right here. But I think this is just a brief summary of what I did, and yeah, that's all I have. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.